This is the Saturdays Brands and Businesses. Hi, Tracy. What's going on? Hey, Nanette. Hey, Nat. All right, Drew. All you have to do is request yourself. Am I talking loud enough? Can you hear the air in the background? Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm lovely, just can't find the right angle.
You know what I did? I stacked up some boxes and I just put it on top of like a couple of boxes.
I
That's what I'm
had some
saying. I
books,
don't
but
even
they
know
were
how
a
to
little
straight.
flimsy. They were a little flimsy. Hold on one moment. Let me see. Let's take your idea. This, this quarantine is no time.
Understood. Hey, everybody.
Oh, see how it's a little better.
Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, stuff. It's right there. All right. So, how have you been these past few weeks now?
Wow, these past few weeks, I'm considered an essential worker. I
Mm-hmm.
work for Amtrak, so I don't have the extra time to write and do marketing and things like that that most people are being blessed with at this time. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it work. Um, I was actually writing down a marketing plan or trying to figure out what my strategy is. So the first thing I wanted to do was set up interviews. So when I saw your message, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Hey, it was
okay,
meant to be.
all right, all right, I'm here.
All right. Cool.
So that's it.
Did you see it on the connection, or you just saw it on my page?
The connection.
Okay. Okay. So you in the group. All right. But as far as marketing goes, there's a lot of different groups on Facebook that helps. And then somebody on Connection, they have put up a post about boost how to boost the Instagram.
Hmm.
Did you add on connect to it? I think it's a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group.
Oh no, I saw that the WhatsApp. I have
I'm
to
gonna send it
download.
to you. WhatsApp. All right. So if you could, can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yes. My name is Angela Hudson, also known as official author Angie. I'm a writer, poet, um, soon to be entrepreneur, looking into setting up a nonprofit called A Message to the Dreamers, which is also going to be the title of my second children's book. It's going to be a collection of poetry coming out
What's the
this
name
year.
again?
A Message to the Dreamers.
A message to the nice. Okay. Go ahead.
So that book will be out before by Christmas at the latest. It'll be a good Christmas gift at the end of this year. Cover reveal coming in a couple of months.
Nice, nice. All right. So for your nonprofit, what are you gonna do? Like, other than
Okay.
make it into a book? Go ahead.
Okay, so the nonprofit I would like to, well, my mission statement or my goal is to basically like empower a new generation of creatives, writers, and others. That is not limited to, but I want to concentrate on the children, ranging from 2 to 18. So all of
Mm-hmm.
them. Um, so I would do poetry workshops, literacy workshops at libraries, online, um, journaling, online journaling that helps with writing and poetry of that nature and things of that nature. And I even made curriculums over the summer to do so. Um, Book giveaways when I go to book
Hey.
events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that kind of stuff.
So, for now, I know you said you're working at Amtrak. What is your schedule like with them, or are you on call?
No, they're about to put me on call. Actually, I used to work from about 5:30 in the morning to 2 o'clock in
Mm.
the afternoon, with Wednesdays and Thursdays off. But that's about to
Mm.
change soon, thanks to
Uh-huh.
Corona.
Thankfully, so possibly you can start with your business, with your nonprofit, or do the lives, because that would
Yeah.
be really good. And I would like to join in too on one of
Ooh,
your sessions. It would be
thank
cool
you.
to
Yeah, and
see
I
you in
think
action.
I think that a poetry workshop would be good because you have a lot of parents that are like doing homeschooling, and it'll possibly
Exactly.
give them a little bit of a break. I can do a couple of age groups, different days or different
Mm-hmm.
time frames and stuff like that to try to get
Yeah.
my name out there, my brand out there, and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Yeah, that would be cool. So for your books, so how many books do you have? And what are their names? Can you tell us about some of your books?
Okay, the first book that I have out is called You Have an Abuela Too. It's a multilingual book about friendship, targeted
Mm-hmm.
at kids ages 2 to 8. It's
Mm-hmm.
about two young women, two girls that meet each other, go from strangers to friends, all the course of one day at the playground. Um, since kids can't go to the playground not right now, they can read about it.
But we
Um,
can still learn about some friendship
right,
though.
about friendship and what does a friend look like.
Right.
The book has a deeper meaning than just friendship. It touches on inclusion. It
Nice.
touches a little bit on colorism and the fact that a friend really shouldn't look like anything. It should feel like something or be like something. You know what I mean? A
Nice. I
friend
like
should be
that.
something to you, um, and not really have to look a certain way to be your friend.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids, even at a very young age, they see the racism. Whether they parents say, "Oh no, you can't play with that," and it's play with that person, and it's so crazy. Yeah, so that will be definitely good. Okay, okay. So, what other books do you have? Oh,
The
do you have any next to you? You did
Not of
flash
my
one of them.
own. These are books that I went to BookCon last year
Mm-hmm.
at the Javits Center. That's now a hospital.
Yes.
And I have a crap load of these books that I would like to give away to kids that participate in my workshop. A lot of these books are specialty books written by psychiatrists to help with autism, which touches colors and things of that nature. This book, The Tallest Bridge in the World, is a story about social anxiety, ironically.
Wow. Wow.
So these are books that are not mainstream books, but they're books that I got for free at BookCon last year,
Yeah.
going to a lot of vendors and networking and things of that nature, which is what Corona has done for me, has kind of prohibited me in going to those places and to those spaces where I was making a lot of connections.
Yeah.
On my because my first book is I'm self-published, so I'm not through a publishing house or anything like that. So I had to do everything on my own
Right.
and YouTube.
Okay. And YouTube, YouTube and Google, all that good stuff. I definitely understand. Okay, so what actually made you get started? What was your motivation to start writing or to put anything out there?
Um, well, the state of the world of this country. Um, the book that I wrote, the You Having a Boiler Too, was actually based out of reality. It was based out of a situation that happened with my daughter when she was younger, who is
Yeah.
now 17.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Basically a conversation she had with a little kid at the park one day, and her and the little girl were playing. Very nice. I was sitting there listening to music, writing poetry, whatever. And I looked over and she had her hands on her hip. All of a
The
sudden,
little girl.
no, my daughter.
Oh.
And I kind of snuck around. You're in that mommy zone. You don't want to like pounce. I'm just like around, and I hear, and my daughter basically says in Spanish, which my daughter doesn't really speak Spanish. She was like, "Yeah, do you have two eyes?" And the
Mhm.
girl's like, "Yes." "Do you have a nose? Do you have a mouth?" And the girl's like laughing. And she was like, so why wouldn't I have the same things that you have. So why do you think I'm different? Like, because she
Yeah.
said she was going to her grandmother's house. The girl was like, oh, you have an umbrella? And she's like, yeah. And then my
How
daughter
dare she?
flipped, just
Mm-hmm.
flipped. And I think she was like 5 or 6. But she knew what was happening to her. It wasn't foreign, which was
Yeah.
hurtful. Um, but I'm glad that she knew how to stand up for herself. And that was not the first time she had one of those instances, but it was one of the
And
most.
she was like 5 or 6 then, and that wasn't the first time.
No, it
Wow.
wasn't the first time. When she was, and then I guess when she was like in second, I think that was the first time that I witnessed it. I don't know what happened in her previous for her to even understand what was going on.
Right.
But I do know when she was in second grade, she had a friend that was Indian that she thought was a friend, and everybody else
Mm-hmm.
got invitations to the birthday party. And the girl
Oh
said,
man.
told, she's like, oh, I think you forgot my invitation.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Duty calls.
You want more? Excuse me. He wants some more. All right. Go ahead.
Give him some more.
Be a fool. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, you're good.
All
But
right. So
what was
she
crazy
didn't get
about
the
it was,
invitation.
yeah, she said, I think you forgot my invitation. I didn't get one. She was like, oh, you can't come to my house because my parents may think you're inferior to me. This is what like a 7 or 8-year-old said to her.
Wow.
And she was like, why would they think I'm inferior to you when your grades are worse than mine? And just walked away.
Message. But they're learning that in the home. They're learning that in the home. They're saying that. They're hearing what their parents are saying. Even if their parents might not say anything if they were, or they might. Who knows? I don't know. But they're seeing it before they even get into those situations. That's ridiculous.
It's horrible, but I mean, I think what kind of propelled me to put that story out in a timely generation like this is if they are learning that at home, at least they'll see it in a book that's something contrary, something to say it's okay if you're friends with somebody that doesn't necessarily look like you,
Right.
because that's the only way to truly enrich your life. I mean, you can't enrich yourself or learn or grow if everybody is the same around you. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's something about when you travel and you witness and you take part in different customs, traditions, and languages and cuisines that I think you become a more well-rounded individual, um,
Right.
and things of that nature. You're more empathetic and sympathetic as well, but it's just more. That's a different type of education that I think that's kind of priceless. I'll say it
Yeah.
that way.
It is. All right. So, have you thought about doing readings or reaching out to the schools and stuff like that?
Well, that's the stage where I was right before Corona started
Oh
because
man.
of my work schedule as a self-published author that's new. I started doing reaching out to freelancers on Upwork and Fiverr, because
Yeah.
before Corona, I was working a lot of overtime,
I love
literally
Fiverr.
30 to 40 hours overtime a week. Like it was crazy. I was working doubles 2 and 3 times a
Well,
week.
I'm glad you got some type of rest.
Yeah, but I
Well,
don't
you
like
are
the rest in
essential,
the
but
check. The rest in the check, that part right there is just not. But I mean, it's necessary. In a climate like this, it's necessary. So, but just trying to find the time to write, and then I don't know about other creators, but for me, it's just not. When I'm in hustle and bustle, like I'm on a train, I'm writing, like my
right.
creative juices are always flowing. And in this type of situation, it's like I'm forcing myself to write sometimes, but there were some things that would come to me. But the second book has already been finished. I'm just going back and forth. A Message to the Dreamers, the collection of poems for dreamers, boys and girls, um, artists and poets and writers and astronauts, whatever their dreams are. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll like the poems that are in there. So finalizing some of the illustrations and getting some of them colored in. Um,
Are you
yeah,
doing your illustrations?
I cannot draw. So I am working with a fantastic artist. currently, who has done some fantastic sketches, and she's coloring just about all of them in for me. And
Nice.
so I'm really, really excited about that. Um, trying to
Do you
get,
know when it's going to be released?
not yet. The book itself or the cover? The cover reveal I want to have in 2 months. I want to have the
Can you
cover reveal.
can you write like or type something in the comment box saying that it's you so they can follow you?
It's me? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Just so I could keep your name up there, keep it flowing.
Aww.
Got some comments.
Ooh, I got comments. I got questions. Oh, girl, I'm a character. Don't mind me.
You're fine.
Oh, shout
All
out
right,
to my
cool.
photographer, Larry. Thank you for showing up.
Oh, hey, Larry, who's here? Who's the
Yes,
photographer?
he's an awesome photographer that did my first photo shoot for some of my social media spots that I'm going to be coming out with, and I have used some already. Really, really fantastic photographer. Made me feel like a princess.
Okay, so as far as the some of your events or some of the um virtual events that you might have, do you want to talk about that?
Well, right now it's just brainstorming, and I wanted to do something like this and try to corral a whole bunch of independent poets to maybe do spoken word, to share some of their poetry, some of their poetry books, and something for like self-published authors, because it's really, really hard for someone who's doing everything yourself when you don't have a team yet, which is the
Yeah,
stage that I'm in right now, where I don't have a team, that I'm building it and I'm claiming it, but I still got to do everything on my own. So
right.
who else understands that struggle, and who else can benefit from that conversation but other self-published authors? So I think we should do readings, and I'm trying to reach out to others. I'm waiting to hear back from some right now, aspiring
Yeah,
and that have already done books, not by themselves.
nice. Regarding that, are you in like all of the groups like on Facebook? It's like
I
meetup groups, Facebook groups.
Not
Go
on
ahead.
Facebook, not really. I joined a few on Facebook, but I don't frequent Facebook, like I said, before Corona, and I've had a chance to actually like write my own stuff without like trying
Mm-hmm.
to outsource things. I didn't have the time, and I honestly didn't. Like, to write, I would literally have an hour in the morning after I work out on my way to work to write. So I couldn't really make phone calls and things of that nature. But I'm going to join a lot of the groups and frequent it. I just kind of stayed away from Facebook because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to. Well, social media to me was more of a distraction unless I had
It
an
can
agenda
be.
to do on it. So
Yeah.
especially Facebook, because I have a lot of family on there. Like, the minute I
Mm-hmm.
go on there, it's, hey, is this, is that. Um, but Instagram, where I can plot out what I want to share and stuff like that, has really been a platform of choice. But since you said that, I will join more groups, and look forward to you or anyone else on this chat to send
Yeah.
me any other information or groups that I would love to join and participate in and learn from.
All right. Cool. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Now,
All right. So on a more personal note, what
okay.
have you been doing other than going to work?
Oh, let's see. I have been playing board games with my kids,
Mm-hmm.
making cards with my daughter. She does homemade cards and stuff like that.
Nice.
Watching Netflix, catching up on shows, and writing. I've been meditating. I've been teaching myself how to meditate because I need to learn how to be still.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been writing. I've been writing and planning. That's basically, I'm planning for 2021. Not that I'm gonna just erase this year because we're in this year, but I want to use all of this year and all of this Corona time to build momentum.
Right.
So I want to build it up in a momentum. So that's what I'm going to do by releasing my second book in December instead of October.
All right. And then you have so much time hopefully even more time with weeks to come, depending on that schedule, to
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do. And the Fiverr does help. I really do love Fiverr. I'm not gonna front. Like, I'm on there, I use it, I get used. Like, I'm with it.
Wow. What type of services do you provide on Fiverr? I'm just,
I do like writing and stuff like this. You know, this ain't about me and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I do like
Okay.
writing and graphics. That's it.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm here.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right. All right. I just want to go back to some of the stuff we talked about. Since it kind of like 20 minutes about past.
Okay.
We spoke about the courses, the webinars that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to like reiterate the webinars, and hopefully there's some people out here that's interested in collaborating with the webinars or have children who probably want to join in, especially the one when it comes to the poetry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if your kids have poetry in school right now and they're homeschooling and you don't want to be bothered answering the questions, they can come to Author Angie. I'll do that. I enjoy that. Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay, and Mississippi Dreamers nonprofit. Okay, now for your nonprofit, did you
Did I file paperwork yet? Not yet. I'm in talks with the lawyer that's helping me strategize the plan, the business plan for it. And I have to do the board. I didn't even know you had to do that.
Yes, yeah, board.
I knew you had to do it for
a minimum
LLC.
of like 3 people.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So who would you even feel comfortable that's in your circle or not in your circle that you would want to join in on your board, and why would you pick those people?
Well, first person would be my father. Because he's business minded. He's not like a creative, but he's always been super supportive. So he has the business mind that I don't have because I'm a creative and a dreamer, more so than a business minded concrete person. So he would be a strength to me to be on my board in that respect. But he would, because he knows he don't know anything about the creative spot, he would just let me reign supreme in that. And the other two, I'm still trying to figure out because it's just like to put somebody in that type of a position.
Right.
It's kind of scary. And it's something I feel like I have to put a lot of thought into.
It is.
The person, even though it will be somebody that I know and have a rapport with, I would have to interview them and really like ask some really hard questions. And it's really going to have to be a person I would really, 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 really super trust. Because it's a lot. It's my baby.
Well, you could be the third person.
Yeah, but I still got to pick one more other than me and my father or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it'll be my daughter. I'm not sure when she turns 18. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Somebody you can definitely hold accountable.
Yeah, that I can hold accountable, and somebody that gets the struggle and my passion behind it, that get that, wow, my mom's been talking about this and wanting to do this, like she understands that portion.
You just said my mom, so you're definitely leaning towards daughter. Okay. And you said she does holiday cards?
Oh, yeah. She's actually making a card right now in her room. Yeah, she makes a lot of hold on. I might get kicked out.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi. Hello. Hi. How are you? I heard you're an entrepreneur.
Sneak peek of what you're working on.
Oh, hi.
You gotta move it down some.
Yeah, you're not.
Nice. That's 3D, or you colored that?
Yeah, she did that.
3D?
Is it 3D, Zippy?
No, it's basically the star comes up a little bit, but it's a football helmet and Dallas Cowboy star.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
She want to say it's 2D. She want to say it's 2D more so.
Okay.
and
But it
kind of
like
glittery.
it's popped up a little bit. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Y'all know where y'all can
this
get
is
y'all
one
greeting
she's
cards from,
made on.
right? That's really dope. She only 17.
Yep. That's why I say I want to inspire other entrepreneurs and creatives other than my child.
Right? Starting the household though.
Yeah, come on.
We got a question on how much is your greeting cards?
Oh, her cards range from 10 to $15 or $20 for a pop-up, and she will personalize it with the person's names. I even help her personalize it if they want a poem or a saying inside of it. Yeah, I will. Right after this live, I'll post a montage of a lot of the cards that she's been doing for the last 2 years.
Thanks. All right, Mom.
So the cost depends on what you want, how intricate, if it's a pop-up or personalized and things of that nature.
Cool. Okay, so where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at official author Angie. I'm actually located out of Queens, New York.
What part of New York?
Queens.
Oh, Queens. Go ahead.
I'm outside. I'm out of Queens, New York. That's good. I'm based out of New York, and my site is official author Angie, but there's something wrong with the site. It's just like connected to Wix. I have to get on it. I have to get a my social media manager that I hired last week. She has to fix that because I'm not technical with that. But Alpha, you can DM me and we'll find out the date that you need that, and I'll get that information to her.
All right, she got books on deck. She have a nonprofit coming out, another book coming out. She's gonna be doing virtual classes and events coming up soon. And it's Anjanette, right? Thank you, Anjanette.
That's correct.
I'll speak to you
Thank
soon,
you, Amoni.
and I'm gonna add you
Thank
on
you,
all
everybody, for showing up.
the apps and the groups on Facebook. She's looking for
Thank you so
poets
much.
and self-published
writer, freelance writer, poet, children's book author, and entrepreneur and advocate for literacy.
Nice. All right. Thank you so much, and
No problem.
I enjoyed our talk.
Me
See
too.
ya. All right, guys, make sure you go and follow her. I will be back up in 30 minutes.